What's going on, YouTube? It's Josh, aka Sloshy Joshy, bringing you the last of the 10-team mock draft PPR. When I'm done with 12, I may come back and do some different strategies and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. But stay tuned. I'm going to do top 5 players to draft at every position. Not like the no-brainers like first, second rounds, but I'm going to do like some later round players that I think are going to do really good this year. So stay tuned for that. And then I'm also going to do a top 5 players to avoid at every position. So those should be out sprinkled through next week and maybe the week after that. So give a like on the video if you're pumped for those. And let's get into the video. So we're going 6th spot. We got McCaffrey. Kelsey went in 5. That's crazy. McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Kamara, Henry, Travis Kelsey. I'm at 6. So if Saquon was ready week 1, I would pick him. But since he is not, I think it's important to maybe go Zeke. I want to grab a running back here. I think 6 is even too high for a wide receiver. Maybe I'd go in the late round for a wide receiver. As I think I can get one of the main 4 on this backside, which I'll probably do if one of them's available. So I'm going to go Ezekiel Elliott here. Again, I've drafted him a few times. I think he's going to have a great year. He had a kind of a slow year last year, but that was because Dak went down and everything. So I think their offense is going to be moving a lot better with Dak back in the lineup. Then goes Barkley, Eckler, Jonathan Taylor, Devontae Adams, Nick Chubb, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Aaron Jones. And one of the 4 I like here. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's check running backs real quick. Actually, I do like a few of these guys. I like Najee a lot. I like Antonio Gibson. Mixon, you know my story with him, but these guys are all gonna be gone. These 3 at least will be gone by my next pick. But I'm fine with Clyde Edwards-Helaire or DeAndre Swift as my 2. So even Carson does my 2. I'm fine with that. So I'm going to go D-Hop. Great wide receiver, obviously. One of the better ones in the league. Going to get you points every single week. Him and Kyler have a pretty sweet connection over there. So got Ezekiel Elliott and DeAndre Hopkins. Patrick Mahomes goes early, mid-second round. Pretty crazy. DK Metcalf, Joe Mixon, Najee Harris. Yeah, all 3 of those running backs are gone, like I said. Calvin Ridley, Darren Waller, Justin Jefferson, Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gibson, A.J. Brown. Okay, I see some wide receivers I like. I do think that a couple of them will be available in my next pick. I don't want to avoid running back for too long, or I'll be stuck with kind of like a mid-tier RB2, which you kind of don't want. But I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the best running back on the board right now. On that high-powered Kansas City offense, pretty good receiving running back too. So I think I'm going to draft him. They are a pass-heavy team, but he's good receiving back, so he gets his catches and everything. And then he'll punch in those touchdowns when you need them to. DeAndre Swift and Chris Carson I would also be fine with taking here in the 3rd round. Maybe even Montgomery. But I'm going to go to Clyde Edwards-Helaire just because he's on that high-powered Chiefs offense, and I think he's pretty talented. Had a great rookie year, so boom. So we got Ezekiel Elliott, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and DeAndre Hopkins. Kittle goes, Allen Robinson, DeAndre Swift, J.K. Dobbins, Keenan Allen, C.D. Lamb, David Montgomery, Josh Allen. Okay, 2 quarterbacks off the board. Nothing to really panic about yet. I'm going to go wide receiver here probably. Maybe even Chris Carson. I love him here as a good flex running back. That's a pretty sweet pick. I see some good wide receivers that I would rather have, though. Robert Woods, poised for a great year. Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, Julio, Chris Godwin. Honestly, any of these picks here are very good. Mine probably goes Mike Evans, Robert Woods, Cooper, Julio, Godwin, maybe. Just because Julio's injury record. But when he plays, man, he lights out. But I think Mike Evans is the best one out of these. Amari Cooper could be good too with a healthy Dak, but it's kind of crazy. C.D. Lamb's going over Amari Cooper. Not by much, but they're both going around the same area. But I'm going to go Mike Evans here. Him and Brady got a good solid connection there, getting a lot of touchdowns last year, 1,000 yards again. Beast. beast at wide receiver too. That pick is followed by Miles Sanders, Kyler Murray, Robert Woods, Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, Chris Carson, Cooper Kupp, Julio Jones, DJ Moore, Adam Thielen. So yeah, wide receivers are starting to go a little bit. I'm probably gonna get Josh Jacobs at the flex in RB3. I do like Tyler Lockett, Deontay Johnson. I do like, but I just had a bad year with him last year, so I'm kind of avoiding him unless he like falls to me. Might not be a smart move. He could blow up, but every time I put him in my starting lineup yesterday, he got hurt in like the first 3 drives and got me a goose egg. So I got a little bad taste in my mouth from him last year. But I think Tyler Lockett's great here. Kenny Galladay. Maybe I could wait on Jamar Chase too. Chase Claypool down there too. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go Josh Jacobs here. Load up that running back room. Put him in the flex for now, and he can sub in as needed for bye weeks. Tyler Lockett, Deontay Johnson. A lot of wide receivers go. Damn. Tyler Lockett, Deontay Johnson, Jamar Chase, Michael Thomas, Chase Claypool goes. Brandon Ayuk, Kenny Galladay, Odell Beckham. Okay, we took a beating there at wide receiver. Let's see. I think I am going to go T. Higgins. Let me see my buys. 12, 9, 7. Cool. Pretty good on the buys, actually. I do think Jamar Chase is going to take over that one spot, but T. Higgins did have a good year last year, and I think he's going to be a good opposite side field of Jamar Chase. I think they're going to work pretty well together in Cincinnati. Burrow should have a solid year to them, too. So I'm going to go him as my wide receiver 3. And we'll see if it pans out or not. Tight end starting to go. Juju, Kyle Pitts, Etienne, Sutton, Hawkinson, Jerry Jeudy, Lamar Jackson, Dak, a couple more quarterbacks as well. DJ Chark, Mark Andrews. Let's check the quarterback room. Russell Wilson, Rodgers, Herbert. I like all 3 of these guys. I think I'm going to wait till 8 to get one. Right now, I'm going to draft another wide receiver running back. The question is what? Devontae Smith, 75 ADP. None of these are really screaming at me right now. I see a few on there that I would like to have. Maybe I'll go another running back, either Gaskin or Davis, Kareem Hunt even, Darrell Henderson. Any of these guys right here to have on your bench is pretty solid. I'm actually going to go Mike Davis. I think he's going to have a great year in Atlanta. He had a great year in Carolina when he filled in for McCaffrey. I expect him to be the workhorse in Atlanta. So I'm going to go Mike Davis here. And yeah, good bench running back. Can sub him in bye weeks. Maybe play him in the flex if he has a favorable matchup. We'll see. But Devontae Smith goes, Tonyan, Herbert, Aaron Rodgers. Okay. So I'm going to draft a quarterback now. Russell Wilson, definitely. Gaskin, Robbie Anderson, Darrell Henderson, Brandon Cooks, and we're going to take Russell Wilson here. I have him just above this next tier of people: Stafford, Tannehill, Burrow, Lawrence. I think Stafford could possibly make a case to be up in this tier with them, but especially because of his weapons this year, I think he's going to have a good year. All right, now we need a bench wide receiver. Got Jarvis Landry sitting right here. Jarvis Landry just seems to be consistent every year. He gets his catches, he gets his yards, I'm going to go Jarvis Landry as my bench wide receiver. Don't have to take too long to think about that one. He's a reliable bench wide receiver for sure. James Robinson, Michael Carter, Javonte Williams, Laviska Shenault, Michael Pittman, Curtis Samuel, Mike Williams, Steelers defense. A lot of tight ends have come off the board. I'm going to go ahead and take one here, I think. And you guys know I'm high on Logan Thomas, so I'm going to grab him. Don't be afraid to grab someone you feel really strongly about, man. If there's some favorite picks above him, this is based on other people's opinions, right? So follow what you think, man. Follow your brain. I would say follow your heart, but don't do that because you're going to end up picking all your favorite players and your team's going to suck. Like, if I draft too many Washington players, I'm scared because usually my team doesn't do very well. But it's good to grab players you think are going to do really good over someone that someone else thinks is going to do really good. Trust your brain. You know best. Raheem Mostert, Trey Sermon, Damian Harris, Marquise Brown, Gallup, Jones, Waddle, Parker, Henry Ruggs, Leonard Fournette. That's a good running back, Leonard Fournette. Let's take a look at the running backs. We got Kenny and Drake. We got James Conner, Zach Moss, David Johnson, maybe. Damn. What do I have? I have 4 really good running backs. I think, let's check the wide receivers. Marvin Jones, Darnell Mooney, T.Y. Let's go running back here. Get our last bench running back. David Johnson. That's a risky pick. Houston's going to be a dumpster fire this year. I would stay away from David Johnson, to be honest. I don't think he's going to do great this year. A lot of these guys are splitting carries, though, which is a problem. Maybe we should have gotten one earlier. J.D. McKissick, pretty solid pick down there. Kenny and Drake could be good. Zach Moss. I do have Josh Jacobs, so I could kind of handcuff him here with Kenyon Drake. Some people do that. I usually wait till later rounds to do that, but Naheem Hines on the Colts. The Colts are taking a tough turn this year. I think I'm going to go Zach Moss, man. I think he had a good rookie year. I think Devin Singletary is not the guy there. I think Zach Moss is going to take over as a running back at some point this season, maybe later this season, but we'll see. Darnell Mooney goes, Godare, David Johnson, McCole Hardman, Russell Gage, Font, Tannehill, James Conner. We're going to get another wide receiver here. Let's see. I think out of these players, Marvin Jones might be a safe pick. Chark and him probably be the 1 and 2 there in Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence throwing to him. Again, we've never seen Trevor Lawrence play in the NFL, but, I mean, one of the most highly sought-after prospects in a long time, probably since Andrew Luck. So I think he's going to do well in the NFL. Marvin Jones is a good veteran wide receiver for him to have. Could be the better pick here. But I do think Cole Beasley was kind of turning it up towards the end of the year. I think him and Josh Allen were kind of connecting. 82 receptions, almost 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns, which isn't a lot, but I do think he's a pretty good piece of that Buffalo offense. So I'm going to draft him as a bench wide receiver. And then after that goes Marvin Jones, A.J. Dillon, Rashad Bateman, Kenyon Drake, T.Y. Hilton, Jalen Hurts, Tyler Higbee, Jonnu Smith, Mike Gesicki, Jalen Reagor. So here, let's take a look at our roster. We got basically our starting lineup filled out besides the defense and a kicker. So I guess I'll go backup tight end and backup quarterback here. Let's take a look at quarterbacks. Love Matt Stafford and Burrow here. Also Lawrence. Tight ends, Evan Ingram, Irv Smith Jr., Hunter Henry. Pretty good ones. Let's take a look at defense too. Actually, might want to. Actually, we could make a noise and go Rams D. Bucks and Steelers have gone out. Yeah, let's get the Rams D, man. That's a solid defense to have. I kind of like that pick here. Didn't really love any of the tight ends or backup quarterbacks. I guess Stafford just went. That would probably have been the best one to pick, but I'm going to go Burrow here, actually. Elijah Moore, Matt Stafford, Evan Ingram, Hunter Henry, Gus Edwards, Naheem Hines, Jamal Williams, and Tony Pollard. So we're going to go Burrow as a backup QB behind Russell Wilson. Love that pick. I would honestly probably put Joe Burrow as a low-end quarterback 1, high-end quarterback 2. So that's a great bench quarterback to have. But when you have a guy like Russell Wilson, you're only sitting him on his bye week, really. So it's going to be a plug-and-play guy. Maybe even if he starts heating up, I can involve him in trade packages later. It's good to have good bench players, man. It's never a problem to have good many players on your team. It's never a problem to have too many good players on your team. That's what I was trying to say. Devin Singletary follows. Yeah, see, Zach Moss is getting drafted higher than Devin Singletary. I think he's going to take over. I would be very surprised if he doesn't. Traquan Smith, Tariq Cohen, J.D. McKissick, Latavius Murray, Baltimore Ravens, Washington Football Team, Buffalo Bills D, Justin Tucker, Randall Cobb. So we're going to go tight end here. Irv Smith. What happened to Kyle Rudolph? He left, right? Where'd he go? Yeah, it says, but the presence of Kyle Rudolph on the roster has always kept him from getting the necessary targets. Where'd he go, though? Hey, let me know in the comments where Kyle Rudolph went. I could probably Google it after this video, but just something to comment about. I'm going to go Irv Smith here as a backup. By week 7, right? 9. Okay, bet. We're good there. So I'm going to draft him as a backup tight end. Very athletic tight end. Like that thing said, he's been behind Kevin Rudolph for a while, so it'll be cool to see how he takes the reins as tight end 1 in Minnesota. Nelson Aguilar goes San Francisco, Indianapolis Colts, Butker, Patriots, Koo, Zurline, Bass, and we're going kicker with our last pick of the draft. As always, never pick kicker before the last round. It's pointless. So I see Sanders, Will Lutz, Rodrigo, Blankenship, Suckup, and Prater. So I'm going Suckup or Prater. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cardinals have way better offenses than the Colts, Dolphins, and Saints, I think, this year. So I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers kicker and Ryan Suckup. And that's going to be our draft. I think we did pretty solid. 86 out of 100 seems to be a common grade of mine. I don't know why or, whatever. I mean, 86 is a solid grade. So we got starting quarterback Russell Wilson. Starting running backs, Ezekiel Elliott and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Starting wide receivers, we have DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans, and T. Higgins. Probably would have liked a better wide receiver in that 3 spot, but I think T. Higgins will fill in there nicely. Nothing I'm very excited about, though. Tight end, Logan Thomas. In the flex, we have Josh Jacobs, who can fill in the running backs on their bye weeks or just in matchups in general. LA Rams as a defense, probably the best defense in the league, so happy about that one. Ryan Suckup, kicker on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They put up a ton of points. Excited about that one. Mike Davis and Zach Moss are our bench running backs. Zach Moss, I feel, is going to take that starting position. Kind of one of my sleeper running backs this year. Mike Davis as well is a kind of a sleeper. Everyone kind of not really picking him, it seems, until like the 6th or 7th or 8th round. So keep an eye on him. He could be a very good running back this year. Solid RB2 potential for sure. Maybe not RB1, but definitely a solid running back to have on your bench, let alone on the team in general. Bench wide receivers, Jarvis Landry and Cole Beasley. Kind of similar play styles. They're both the slot guy, kind of catch a lot of balls. Maybe not deep gains or anything. Maybe they get some touchdowns a game, but good bench receivers nonetheless. Both get the job done, both near 1,000 yards. So good wide receivers to have on the bench. Joe Burrow as a backup quarterback. Obviously, Burrow had that devastating injury last year, but he was playing good until then. I suspect he does well this year. Good backup to Russell Wilson. And then Irv Smith, tight end, takes over the starting spot in Minnesota, and he should be pretty solid this year. Where did I get Zach Moss? Yeah, what is it, 11? And then Mike Davis was in 7. Mike Davis was in 7, and Zach Moss 11. Okay. Yeah, dude, Mike Davis is a good mid to late round stealer. Zach Moss as well. I won't spoil too much. I'm gonna have that series coming out next week for sure. So stay tuned on my sleeper picks and players to draft, players to avoid. Should be coming out here soon. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the draft. Let me know what you guys would have done differently. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified every time I upload. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.